Hey everyone. Welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving deep into the 2019 romantic drama After, based on Anna Todd's best-selling novel. This movie took the world by storm when it was released, quickly becoming a fan favorite among young adult romance lovers. But there's so much more to the story than what we see on the surface. We'll be analyzing the plot, characters, and themes, and even breaking down some of the key moments that make After such a compelling watch. So, if you haven't seen the movie yet, don't worry, this video is spoiler heavy, so consider this your official spoiler alert. Before we get started, don't forget to like this video, subscribe, and hit the bell so you don't miss any of our detailed movie breakdowns. Now, let's jump in. Let's start with the protagonist of the story, Tessa Young, played by Josephine Langford. Tessa is a shy, intelligent young woman who has spent most of her life following the rules. She's ambitious, focused on her studies, and has a solid, stable relationship with her high school boyfriend, Noah. When Tessa arrives at her new college, she's a little out of place. She's trying to find her footing in a new environment, and she's clearly out of her comfort zone. One of the key things we notice here is how much Tessa has relied on the structure of her old life, her relationship with Noah, and her predictable routine. But this is where the movie starts to hint that something big is about to shake up her world. And now we meet the brooding, mysterious Hardin Scott, played by Hero Fiennes Tiffin. Hardin is the quintessential bad boy, rebellious, distant, and with a reputation that precedes him. When Tessa first crosses paths with Hardin, their dynamic is immediately set up as an antagonistic one. Hardin's character is initially shrouded in mystery. He's snarky, confident, and has a lot of emotional baggage that makes him hard to connect with. But despite their differences, there's an undeniable chemistry between Hardin and Tessa. This sparks the beginning of what is going to be a roller coaster of a relationship. As the movie progresses, Tessa finds herself drawn to Hardin despite her better judgment. She's fascinated by his complexity, and though he pushes her away multiple times, there's something in him that she can't quite resist. Hardin's relationship with Tessa is tumultuous, to say the least. They have some major ups and downs, moments of passion, vulnerability, and hurt. But the movie plays with the concept of love being messy, complicated, and often irrational. Hardin's emotional scars are deep, stemming from a strained relationship with his father, and this contributes to his inability to fully open up to Tessa. Now, let's talk about Noah, Tessa's boyfriend from back home. At first, Tessa is committed to her relationship with him, and it's clear that she cares about him. But as she grows closer to Hardin, her feelings for Noah begin to shift. We see her struggle with guilt, torn between her loyalty to Noah and her attraction to Hardin. Noah represents Tessa's old, familiar life, safe, predictable, and comfortable. But Hardin represents something completely different, a challenge, a wild card. This internal conflict is a major part of Tessa's journey throughout the film. As we get deeper into the story, we start to uncover more about Hardin's tragic past. His mother's death, his strained relationship with his father, and the pressure he feels to live up to his family's expectations all come to light. These elements explain a lot about why Hardin acts the way he does, aloof, defensive, and emotionally distant. What's fascinating about Hardin is that while he pushes people away, especially Tessa, there's a part of him that craves connection. His actions, often harsh and erratic, stem from a place of pain, and his relationship with Tessa allows him to explore the possibility of healing. But, like Tessa, he's also uncertain about opening up fully. Here's where things take a dark turn. Hardin reveals to Tessa that he was initially part of a bet to make her fall in love with him. This revelation shatters Tessa, leaving her devastated. She feels betrayed and heartbroken, questioning everything about their relationship. This moment is crucial in the narrative because it forces Tessa to reevaluate her trust in Hardin. But it also reveals Hardin's own vulnerability. His actions weren't just about the bet, they were about him trying to get close to someone who might love him despite his flaws. As the movie progresses, we watch Tessa go through an emotional journey of self-discovery. She learns to stand up for herself, assert her independence, and break free from the limitations of her old life. Similarly, Hardin begins to confront his own demons, making efforts to change and become a better person, not just for Tessa but for himself as well. In the final scenes, the movie doesn't tie everything up in a perfect bow, which I think is one of the most powerful aspects of After. The film leaves us with hope that Tessa and Hardin can find healing, but it doesn't sugarcoat the journey they still have ahead of them. So, what are the bigger themes of After? Well, the movie explores the complexity of love and relationships. It shows us that love isn't always easy or perfect, it's messy, challenging, and often painful. But it's also transformative. Both Tessa and Hardin go through significant personal growth throughout the story. Tessa learns to find her own voice, and Hardin learns that vulnerability and trust are necessary for love to truly flourish. Another key theme is the idea of healing. Both characters carry emotional scars, but they realize that by confronting their pasts and opening up to each other, they can begin to heal. This sense of emotional growth is what makes their relationship feel so raw and real. To wrap things up, After 2019 is more than just a typical teen romance. It's about facing our flaws, learning to trust, and understanding that love doesn't always come easily. It's about two people who come from very different worlds, yet somehow, they find solace in each other. If you're a fan of the book series, you'll know that the movie is just the beginning of Tessa and Hardin's journey. There's a lot more to their story, and I think that's one of the reasons why people connect so deeply with this film. It's not just about the romance, it's about the growth that happens along the way. If you haven't seen the movie yet, I highly recommend it, especially if you love a good character-driven story. Let me know in the comments what you think of After. Do you agree with my take on the film, or did you see it differently? And of course, don't forget to subscribe for more in-depth movie discussions like this one. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.